Good morning, hello you. Welcome to Valheim as we crack on with our Viking. I was going to say pirate village then, Viking village. I'm getting all my themes mixed up today. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ken. Heather, hi, welcome. That little G badge there is looking good on you, Heather. Buster, Todd Weekly, Little Giles, Nick Wood, Nathan Marvello. Nathan Marvello, that's a credible name. You sound like a villain from like a Harry Potter movie or something. You talking. Apparently you should be a bit quieter. I hope you're all well. Drew's with me. Hold on. Well, maybe not with me. Drew is here on chat. Good morning.
I'm here, but I'm not here.
Drew's not in the game because we're having some slight. So there's been 2 updates since I last played Valheim, and it's saying the server's updated, and I'm on. So it seems rather strange that you're not.
So here's what's happening on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there, it actually just updated. Hold on, it was saying server not responding or something.
Okay,
it just stopped saying that. So let me try one last time, because I just tried again and it disconnected me. So let me try one last time, and we'll see if I can get in. If not, then wait for an update. If not, we might have to wait for an update.
Can we get a pirate version? I'm surprised we haven't had more pirate sort of settlement building games. Actually, there was one. Right? I think there was one back in the day called Pirates that was by Sid Meier.
Sid Meier, yeah.
Yeah, Sid Meier. That. But other than that, I don't think we really had one. But you
didn't really build.
No, you didn't really. But that was the closest thing because obviously he got in nice. Because he was, he did like Sim Golf and all those, didn't he? But
yeah,
I'm so surprised nobody's done like a Tortuga building game, basically. Like a Tortuga management game.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know that was a Coffee Stain or the developer of this game's gonna be busy for a while, but they could take a crack at it.
Yeah,
they could probably turn out pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know whether it'd be like single person like this or more of a sort of zoomed out. You decide where the huts and stuff go and stuff, but
overhead.
A Tortuga management game seems an obvious choice. I got loads of them though. I just wish I could code. I'd be on it. My head's full of them I think would work quite well. Yeah, I think pirate game would probably work better with this sort of view, wouldn't it? Like level up your captain kind of thing. And,
you could like choose what kind of pirate you wanted to be, like a Captain Jack Sparrow type pirate, or like a musketeer type pirate. Or something,
definitely. I think it could really work. Okay, anyway, let's. I've got my first turnips. I got my turnips. I'm going to make myself some turnip stew.
Okay, Frodo. Frodo.
Yeah. You have to have a lit fire. Oh, it looks like they've made it so fine wood doesn't work as firewood anymore as well, which is nice.
Oh, good. Yeah, that didn't make sense. That it was a core wood.
Yeah, core wood didn't.
Do it with fine wood.
Morning, mull over. I'm making turnip stew. Can't help but say it in that voice.
A bunch of obsidian on me because I want to make some more of those bows. They are ridiculously good.
That fish pie smells lush. That was off of what was that? Anno. They said it all the time in Anno. Sorry, go on, buddy. What were you saying?
No, it's fine. I was just saying at the end of my stream yesterday, I had to go on a little adventure because I got attacked by like 5 wolves when I was running all that ore from the boat to the main. And then I went at night, which was my first mistake. And like 5 wolves, and I think 2 of them were 1-star, just boom, ganged up on me. And I was at a place where I was too far from the shelter and too far from the boat to get my body. So I had to like go back and get freezing meat and gear up with my bronze gear. It's
always that last hour when I leave.
I'm telling you, man, you leave and everything just goes to crap.
Yeah.
People who are on this stream and don't catch mine later on saying, "Oh yeah, Drew never dies." Yeah, they don't see the
Drew died big style.
Yeah.
Nice. So today I thought we could crack on a little bit with here back in the home base. Because we kind of you little swine, Fitbird got away. We kind of not neglected it, but we kind of got to a point and we're like, okay, now let's go and do mountains. But we still have a lot of space to work with here and a lot of fixes to do, I think. So, So have you got? I haven't got any really specific ideas though, honestly.
I was hoping you did because I don't either. I was thinking a stable because we built that before and it makes sense to build another one
yeah,
here.
maybe something a bit bigger and more ostentatious stables this time, perhaps. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of need to. My home is okay. Like my home structure is done, ish. But I showed you before the back end where the giant quarry is basically.
Yeah, like all of this here needs a bit of tidying up.
Oh yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah,
we got to fill this in essentially. I do need to extend my house out a little bit because I've run out of storage, but so I can maybe fill in a little bit more with my structure. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna need lots of stone.
Well, you can sort of crack on with that. I think I might have a little try on the gate here.
Okay, cool. So, what do you think about doing? Well, I guess we kind of already have a gatehouse blueprint-ish to go off of from the troll gate. Do you want to keep it like that, are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I think maybe a little bit more ostentatious with it being a bigger one. Maybe some more like more of a stone structure. But yeah, I would like that the troll gate to kind of reappear again sort of at the back there. So we've got an exit to the sort of west and then do you know what I mean? Like
yeah, absolutely.
So we've got like a couple of exits that way, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna start throwing some stone down, I think, and see what it looks like.
Yeah, that'll start looking good. So we have that, and then I just remember we wanted to do a boathouse too, a big like.
And then so that would, I mean, make most sense sort of down here by Estan's place, I guess.
Yeah,
we need to see whether Estan would mind us taking this fence down because it's a bit aggressive.
He has said a few times that he's like, "Yeah, go ahead and edit my place," and I'm with you a little bit where I'm like, "Well, let's just hold off because maybe he'll."
I don't want to do anything to the building, like it's his building, but just he put this fence up before we put that outer fence up, right?
It's kind of fun to look back and be like, look how far we've come. This used to be our perimeter fence,
right? So I just think it's a little aggressive. So we just take the fence down, and then maybe the boathouse like here, I suppose.
Okay.
Like pointing into the water that way. We're gonna have to do a bit of work terraforming the water down and stuff, but that would make the most sense.
Yeah, it'd be easy out for the boat.
Could build a long fabled Malova shrine. I've got one. Do you want to go see it? I'll show you a Malova shrine.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go collect some stone and start working on that area. Then hopefully it doesn't take too long, so I can come help with the actual village.
So let's see, sausages, grilled meat, and turnip stew. What does that give us for health? Let's see.
Oh, hey, I was actually making some mead, or fermenting
mead.
Oh, yeah,
that's right. That should be good to go now.
Do you know what the time is on that? Is it?
No,
I slept
like a
over
day
at
or
night.
two.
Okay, yes.
I don't know. It says it's done.
It is done. Give me.
Here it is. Look, here's my Malova ward. There he is. Looks just like you.
It'd be cool if you could change the color of this to like lime green or like whatever. And I'll just give you an RGB.
Yeah. I will leave that off for now, actually, just in case it bothers where you're working.
For sure.
Right. Let's get a hammer. If I had a hammer.
I'll turn mine off too.
So yeah, I was just asking you, Drew, before we started, do you know anything about this intermittent fasting?
No, I haven't heard of this.
So it's a buddy of mine is he's on a big sort of weight loss journey at the moment, right? And he's documenting it on YouTube. It's really good. I'm going to put a link in the description because I know there's people here who need to see it because I do.
Right.
Let's have a look. Boom, 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 boom.
Dum, 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 dang it, that's going to be stuck in my head.
That's his little music.
That little bass line only.
Yeah. Let's have a look. He did a video yesterday. So where is it? I subscribed to too much crap.
Oh, Past Drew, you're awesome. I have like a chest full of stone already.
Oh, nice.
Past Drew on it.
Okay. Right, here we go. I'm going to put his channel in the thingy there. So his name's Matt. He's a really good friend of mine. He's a very funny guy, and he's just started in YouTube, but he's doing these awesome. It's basically like a weight loss diary, but then each week he's sort of looking at the science of a particular sort of weight loss technique as well. So, you know, one week he's doing like, you know, Coke versus orange juice, that sort of thing. You know.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And we were chatting about this intermittent fasting, and basically, like they call it something like the 18-6 or the 24, and it means that 18 hours a day you don't eat, and then just for a 6-hour window is when you can eat. So like you might eat between 12 and 6, and then you'd basically just have like lunch, a little snack, and your evening meal, and that's it. And then you fast for the rest of the time, and you can even go as extreme as 24 and only eat within a 4-hour window every day. Yeah, and like people swear by it, and people seem to get really good results off it. But part of me wonders whether it's just skipping breakfast, basically. Like it just, if there's less meals in the day, there's less calories in the day, right? Like I don't know whether there's actually much science regarding just putting your food into a smaller window each day. Or
yeah, because you're still consuming it. It's just.
I do a 24. I do 24 and skip 2 or 3 days each month. There we go. I eat within a 23-hour window. Yeah, I'm the same. I do a 24. So how do you find you get on with it, Casey? That's how I eat, and I can tell you it does not work for me, at least. I mean, it's horrible for your metabolism. Well, that's the idea, isn't it? Is that it's meant to sort of rejig your metabolism, right?
Cell regeneration.
Science regarding cell regeneration. That's the thing. You see, like I've looked into it. Like half of the stuff I can find is like, yeah, it's really great, and it's, you know, it's healthy, and this is why it works. And then half the stuff I can find is like, yeah, you're just skipping meals. Of course, you're going to lose weight. You know, like it's one of them. It's like really. So I have to. He's going to have.
I guess like my gut is with Swan, where it's like, yeah, that's horrible for your metabolism. That's like my immediate, without doing any research, gut reaction is like, what, that can't be good, just to like stuff your face for like, you know, a few hours in the day and then not eat.
Well, no, I mean, you don't stuff your face. You don't get, the idea isn't you get like a day's worth of food into 4 hours. It's just like you still eat healthy and eat well, you know, like and like if you were doing like like I say, the regular one is 18-6, so it's like you eat a lunch at 12. And then you eat an evening meal at 6, and then that's it, right? So it's not like you're eating. You know, the idea is that you're eating less. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't like stretching your stomach out and stuff like that a thing? Where you're gonna like fill it. And
that's what I mean. I don't know. I'm just interested by it. There were probably ways to eat more often, but eat less. Yeah. See, that's what I favour really. Is I eat. Yeah. But like skeletons, loads of them.
Oh, really? Do we have an event?
No, just 3 skeletons sat here.
Just hanging out? Nice. It's really fun to watch you beat them up from afar. It's almost like fireworks going off.
Yeah, you can see all the little explosions.
But no, I'm definitely interested in learning more about that, because I really don't know much about metabolism and just basically it's only in the last like year or two that I've really had to concern myself with how my diet affects my well-being.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very new to the whole dieting and eating well. Yeah, actually just eating well in general. I used to be able to just kind of eat whatever I wanted to, and I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and you hit like 30s.
Yep, that's what your metabolism or whatever is just like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm not diet. I refuse to diet. Dieting, there's no good comes of dieting.
You want your blood sugar stable? Oh yeah, trust my wife is a T1, so I know all about blood sugars at this point. I feel like I teach a college profession or course.
Not for new psychology is 40 minutes drive away. Looking forward to the police stops. Nice, have a good one. Never eat breakfast because I just can't. Makes me wonder how fat I was if I would. Following this theory, drinking is my problem. High calorie drinks. Yeah, well that's the thing. You see, if I'm not doing great, like mental health wise, like if I'm having a bit of a dip in my mental health, the first thing that goes is things like breakfast. Like I just don't bother, and I never feel good about it. Like you're like it's. I need that energy, right? I especially when I come down and do like a live stream for 4 hours. I know it's not much sitting here playing video games, but it does take it out of you. I couldn't imagine not doing it without a meal in me. So I've had some granola this morning, some low fat yogurt, and some blueberries.
Nice.
And I feel that's much healthier than not eating anything, you know?
I was actually looking into the whole fatty liver diet thing, and it was recommended to stay away from yogurts.
Yeah, probably, yeah, because they're just fat, right? Yeah, but I mean, well, this is zero fat yogurt. Like
nice, okay.
I specifically bought zero fat yogurt, but yeah, like it's still probably not the best thing. But
well,
like,
because I was
the best thing is dry seeds. Just live off that. So there's got to be some sort of there's got to be a bit of give.
Right. Man, I have pretty much 180 my diet so hard. I'm eating a lot more fish now, and just like no soda. Like soda's gone. Not even diet or anything like that. And I've done it for like a week or two, and I'm already feeling a lot better.
You have a dog and a kid. You probably eat a lot more than me. Yeah, but it's still not much. Like my dog walk is just a walk. It's not like I go. It's not like I build a sweat up.
What about smoothies instead of breakfast? We were
doing
smoothies.
No, terrible. No, smoothies are awful. Right. That's an easy one. We all know that. Well, people know that. Yeah, no, smoothies are not good. Yeah. They recommend not to skip it. Well, that's what I mean. But who's they? Like other people recommend that you can. Yeah.
Dang, I gotta go stone mining. I wasn't gonna have to. But
you ever see a fat bird? This is true. Yeah, birds probably do have it right.
Challenge accepted.
I will now live on seeds, and whilst I look for fat birds.
Right. Any other Whole Foods plant-based eaters here?
Smoothies actually break down the fruit, releasing all the sugars, so they're actually quite bad for you. You may as well just eat the fruit. Yeah, well, it's partly that. It's partly that they break down a lot of the sugars for you already, so your body doesn't have to do any work. But it's also, like a smoothie is like, oh yeah, I'll make a smoothie. It's a banana and an orange and an apple and a pile of blueberries. I'm like, actually put that in front of you and eat it. Like, you'd be so full. Like, you would do it. You wouldn't eat all the fruit that goes into a smoothie.
Especially is good, but there's too much.
Yeah. Especially like shop bought ones as well.
Well, I remember I was probably 5 or 10 years ago now, but Froyo, frozen yogurt, it was huge here in the States.
It was here. It was in the UK as well. Like bars opened up selling it and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And people were like, oh, it's really good for you, so I can eat as much as I want. And it's like, it's still yogurt.
Yeah, it's still not great. Yeah. Still very high fat.
I think my biggest one is definitely diet. Like, I'm not discrediting that at all, but I think I mentioned to you before, is just not being active. Like, I used to be way more active before getting heavy into computer gaming, honestly, and being involved in the internet community and all that. But I'd go bike riding, I'd go play hockey every other weekend, just all this stuff, and I just stopped.
Yeah. 100%. At the end of the day, that does so much of the work for you. Really does. You're active,
Even if it's just like, I'm not saying that like I was working out all the time or anything like during the day, but I would still take like an hour bike ride or like an hour walk around the block with like my dog or whatever. It just and it was able to, for me at least, help me keep up with my insane, terrible eating habits.
Flying is a bit of a high calorie activity. Yeah, this is true actually. Yeah, you're burning off a lot of fat flying.
Plastic swans. It was fine. I ended up brewing myself some frost resistance potion that lets you be able to run around the mountains for 10 minutes. And I was able to grab my stuff, no problem. So, yep. Said all of this while eating pancakes. Fair.
Yeah, but all in moderation, right?
Yeah, so the one I need to look out for most is just like acids in my throat and stuff. Like from I think from just drinking so much pot or a soda and stuff over the years. It's just like, I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah, I find that's one of the easier ones to cut out. Is part like if I now I've just decided that I'm going to try and do better. I'm just like water. I quite enjoy water, honestly.
Yeah, yep. I switched to water and some green teas.
I did my first dungeon. Oh, nice.
Ooh, like the chambers. Yeah, those are those are scary.
They were pretty scary early on, eh?
I still never forget when you sent me a message like, "Hey, so I died in a chamber.
You come help me myself."
Yeah. Now it's just like, I gotta go through a chamber. All right, hold on. Actually, we don't even do chambers anymore. If we want to get certain cores, it's probably a better idea to destroy the Surtlings, I think they're called, in the swamps.
Yeah.
Those fire things.
Yeah, and that's enough now for us. No moderations, the whole plate. They weren't big and there's no syrup. Oh, well, yeah, that's moderation then. And also, with things like that, moderation is just, don't have them every day. Pancakes are fine, have pancakes on a Sunday, just take the dog for a long walk, Like,
Sure.
God, that's the thing. It's the calorie counting that I just think is stupid. You just can't. It's not feasible. And everyone I know who's done like a proper sort of calorie count diet, myself included in the past, like in the UK, there's a big thing. There's a big one called Slimming World. I don't know if that's a thing in the States as well.
No, I haven't heard of that.
It's like like you all go along and get weighed each week, and they give you calorie controlled meals to cook and stuff.
Right.
It's basically calorie controlled diet, but you don't actually count the calories yourself. They have a system called sins, and you're allowed 15 sins a day. And like your sins will be like some bread or some chocolate or something. Like a slice of bread might be 3 sins, and a bar of chocolate's 15 sins, right? And you could use them however you like, and like and I'd lost stones doing kilograms doing that loads. But then as soon as you calm down on it and start eating normally again, it all just piles back on because your body's just not used to it. You've got to make long-term changes that are feasible and for long-term, right? That's what it's all about.
Just be realistic within like what you can actually do. Yeah, like Weight Watchers.
Yeah, so Weight Watchers exists in the UK as well, but yeah, same. They're both same sort of thing. Slimming World's more popular in the UK, but yeah, same thing. Do you find it easy to put weight on in North America? Every trip I've ever had, I've flown over, I've put on about half a stone.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, we don't eat out so often, which I think is probably the only sort of saving grace we have. But yeah, stuff is
there.
Stuff is fatter and sweeter here. Yeah, like it really is. But again, I don't. You can eat crap wherever you like. Wherever you are in the world, there's crap food.
Yeah,
McDonald's are everywhere, right?
Right.
There we go. Nice sunny day to build in. That's good.
Don't jinx it. Now it's going to thunderstorm for 3 days straight.
Beautiful sunny day.
Yeah. Portions. Well, there have been a lot. I don't know if this is everywhere, but I know the stereotype is like the supersize me and the big sizes, whatever. There have been a lot of laws in the U.S. In recent years that have made that illegal to do.
Yeah.
Thankfully. I mean, it is pretty ridiculous that it was a thing in the first place, but yeah.
I remember when supersize was removed in the UK. I think it was probably after that movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When the guy couldn't even make it a month.
Yeah.
Before killing himself.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that I watched that a few times. I remember being really fascinated by it. It didn't stop me eating McDonald's, but I still remember thinking it was pretty incredible. What I found most incredible was that the doctors he went to at the beginning were like, well, you'll probably put on a bit of weight, you'll probably feel a bit lethargic, and at the end they were like, you are killing your liver now. This is yeah. Like even doctors didn't quite know how bad it could be.
Exactly. Yeah. We had no idea the amount of damage that had been done, and it's still being done.
Yeah. Just finished a Big Mac. Speaking of McDonald's, says a lot about my diet lockdown.
Oh, listen, I love a Big Mac. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't need to be the size of a basketball.
It doesn't need to come with like a pound of fries, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. If I wanted to do that, I go to. Have you ever heard of or had Five Guys burgers and fries?
Yes, they're great here.
Yeah,
they're crazy expensive in England. Five Guys. There's about maybe 30 or 40 of them around, like one in every major city, pretty much. That's it. And they're so expensive. It's crazy.
Oh, but you know how they just fill up your bag, just fry. Oh, it's so it's so good.
They're good here. They're not awfully priced here, but yeah, in the UK, Five Guys is just so crazy pricey.
Interesting. I wonder if they import like all their beef from
maybe.
the US. I don't know.
Yeah, England has good beef though, like really good beef actually. Yeah. England's beef. Is
I never think of beef when I think of England. You
know. But what was I going to say? A&W is really good here as well. I think that's Canadian though.
Root beer.
And they make root beer, but yeah, here they're like a full fast food restaurant as well. But yeah, their root beer is their like signature thing, right? But A&W burgers are awesome, so much better than McDonald's. Yeah, I went to Five Guys and they charged me $5 for a shake. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. £5 for a shake, so that's about $9, $8, $9. Yeah.
Shut up!
It's really crazy expensive. I don't know why. Like a burger is like $15, just a burger. Jeez. Yeah, it is. It's crazy expensive.
$5 burgers and fries. Here for building inspiration. Hope you get it.
Here for building inspiration, Lyseg. I hope we can help you. I'm just starting work on a large gatehouse. But I think I need some stone.
Dude, I know we're in the wrong biome for stone.
Yeah, there's one down here that I've been
picking away at.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and have a little knock over there.
I'm trying to terraform a bit, and
yeah.
I used to think I had the handle on terraforming, but let me tell you, wrong. I was wrong.
It's a bit goofy, right? Calling McDonald's burgers an insult to real good burgers. Good meat and fresh ingredients. But no, still a burger.
At least here in the U.S., McDonald's has been, how true it is, but they've been on a real big kick of trying to make all their stuff like quote unquote, I don't know, just better overall and have like artisan things. They're trying to appeal to like millennials and stuff with.
And they do in England. They've been pretty good for a while now. Like they've used like 100% chicken breast for a good few years now. Like we used to have those like formed nuggets, like that you still get here. Exactly. I think they might still be shaped in England, but it's chicken breast meat now as opposed to just being whatever that was jet washed off the carcass, right? Yeah, exactly. Is Canadian dollar the same as US dollar or is it a different currency? No, it's different. So the Canadian dollar is worth about $1 Canadian is about 30 US dollars. No, it's not a great. It's not great. It's not great. It's almost it's verging towards 1-to-1 now, which it really shouldn't be. But it's not. Yeah, it's not great.
It's okay. We'll all be using Bitcoin in 10 years anyways.
Right. Do you have much of that? I know you were saying you do stocks. Have you got some crypto?
Yeah, I have 4 coins right now.
Oh, really? Four Bitcoins?
No. 4 separate.
Oh God! I was going to say that's like $300,000.
I will be playing video games with you. What are you talking about? No, I have 3 or 4 different coins
ones. Right.
And Bitcoin is one of them. But no, I own 0.001.
Yeah. Do you know what? I remember years ago I was watching. I was on the Linus Tech Tick forums, right?
Yeah.
And there was an advert on there, and it was $35 for a Bitcoin. I remember vividly, and I was like, "Oh, should I get a couple?"
Right?
Nah,
it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm better off just sticking the money in the bank, right?
There was the story of. Have you heard of Ethereum? That's another big altcoin?
No, yes, I know of it. I don't know what. I don't think.
Sure, yeah. But the owner of that, or the creator of that, when he was in high school, he was writing papers for I think it was code for some blockchain stuff, and they were like, "We'll pay you 5 Bitcoin an hour for this," and at the time it was worth not even a penny at the time. And he's like, well, I'm a high school kid. I need a job. Sure, why not? So he racked up like a couple hundred and held it.
Wow.
And he's also the creator of the second most profitable coin in the world as well. So
insane.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Woulda, shoulda, coulda held it. That's just like people who back in the day, like, oh, IBM. I don't know if I should hold IBM. Like, or AT&T. What's AT&T?
Right. I mean, and that's it, right? If you can just find the next one that you can just sit on for 20 years, if you'd have thought to buy Amazon stock even 20 years ago,
God, yeah.
when it was a bookstore. yeah, when Netflix was posting DVDs out to people,
right? That's when it's funny if you look back on that, especially Netflix. They almost got bought out by like Blockbuster.
No, it's crazy, hey? Yeah,
right. And it's and then it flipped on its head. Same thing with like Yahoo. Yahoo had an opportunity to buy Google at a time, and then they were like, no, we don't need Google.
We're Yahoo. We're the biggest website in the world, right?
Yeah. Then they turned into a bunch of Yahoos, basically.
Jen's trying knocking over the stone obelisk in the plains. Graceful stone. Yeah, we haven't really been heading to the plains much, have we? Like, I think we're probably geared enough now, but
yeah, I do think so, but we're being pretty timid, and I just think we kind of want to focus on the village a bit more.
Yeah, you're right, because you can do that. I mean, I've done it a couple of times to lesser quite extent in the mountains, but if you can take that bottom row out, can't you? And the whole thing just splooges down. But yeah, the stone monoliths give you like 400 stone in one of those. But the other thing is that if I find some of those, I think I would kind of like to build from them as well. So I don't necessarily want to lose them completely.
Yeah, it's been fun to build around the runes. So the outlets could be cool to do. You still have an old Blockbuster card? Hold on to that.
Awesome.
That'd be worth something.
It's cool, definitely a cool little time capsule. Man, I remember Friday nights. Go to Blockbuster, get a bag of popcorn and a DVD, or even a VHS. I remember, that was the days.
First, you sit there and play on the N64
that they had
set up.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Get a little half hour in Super Mario.
That is funny how places used to be, and I'm sure it was just because we were kids or whatever, but used to be like events, going to something as simple as like a video rental or even like the grocery. I don't know, not really the grocery store. I don't know, just
there was a thing about it, right? Do you know? I tell you, here's a weird one, like a slightly different, but I lived with my grandparents for quite a few years when I was younger, and one of the things they loved to do was like on a Sunday afternoon was go to like a show home. Like
some for sale.
Like if somewhere was building like a new estate of houses, and they build that one with all like and they furnish it out and stuff that you can go and have a look around. Do you remember that?
Uh-huh.
Like they would no interest in buying one, zero. Like they would, but that's what we would do a Sunday afternoon. We would go and we'd maybe go to like a car boot sale on a morning, which is kind of like you don't really get car boot sales. So how you have like garage sales. Yeah. Where people put all their stuff out on the front lawn or whatever. Well, they don't really do that in the UK. Instead, you have a car boot sale. So everyone takes their stuff in cars, and then we'll set up in a field, like in rows, cool. and like everyone will take like a table, and they'll have the car trunk open, and they'll have all the stuff laid out on the table in front of the car trunk, and you'll pay like $1 to go in or whatever. And like you can just walk up and down they make it like a grocery aisles, they make like aisles of cars open with all stuff, and you just go and everyone sort of.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a really good way of doing it, because like with garage sale, I imagine you've got to kind of hope people see you. You got to kind of see I suppose it's a little bit like a flea market, but a flea market is usually indoors with like trestle tables, right?
And it's just cars. Right?
This is in a field. You park up like as if you were parking in a parking lot, and you open the trunk up, and you've got the stuff there, and maybe you'll put a table in front of you if you want or whatever.
The closest thing we have to that here is we have trunk or treats during Halloween now, where people set up
right.
their cars in like church parking lots or grocery store parking lots.
Oh yeah.
They give candy out like that instead of it's like a safer way to people give out candy or something like that. But that's the closest thing I can think of.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not they're not quite flea market. Like I've been to flea markets and it isn't quite the same, but yeah, it's a similar kind of thing. It's like loads of little garage sales all next to each other.
Yeah, garage sales, like it's fun when you can tell the weather's getting nicer out because neighborhoods and like streets will start to get like poster boards put up on the stoplight poles and stuff like that all over the place. You'll see it.
I go to them. I love them. I love a good garage sale, but car boot. Love trying to find a bargain. You don't find bargains as much as you used to now. Everyone thinks everything's worth stuff.
When we lived in Denver, we went on a Saturday, just went out to a garage sale kind of thing. Went to 4 or 5 of them, and there was this one lady. She was trying to move, and we were the first people that went to her. And she's like, "So I'm moving in like 3 days. Do you just want to have like half this stuff?" And she's just like, "You want to have my couch? You want to have like my end table and stuff?" We're just like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "You're just the first people, and I just need to go, so you can just have it. 'Cause I just need to get rid of it." We're like, "Oh," so she like furnished half of our first.
You got kitted out,
yeah. It was so random, but.
Josh, you need some built ladders and steps along the wall. Yeah, well, eventually the wall will be replaced with the sort of stone wall that we've got right over there. But for now, yeah, I don't mind doing the jumpy jump.
All right, I am actually.
Why don't you build a cart? I hate them. We've got them. They're sat there. I really don't like using them.
The carts. Oh yeah, they fall apart so easy.
I genuinely like this. Probably wouldn't be so bad here actually because it's kind of a lot across sort of relatively flat meadows.
Right.
But I think for the time it takes you to get one to where you want it to be and how slow they move, you're better off just running back and forth, especially when it's only this sort of distance.
Yeah, and it's just again they seem like even on a flat ground like you have over there, it would probably still break.
Yeah,
they just are fragile little things.
Some noisy bird out there today. I think if you can pick it up on the mic, something really go for it.
Oh, IRL noisy bird.
Yeah, just something out in the tree out of the back garden, just going. I hated being dragged down to car boots as a kid, looking at people's tat. I never found anything good. I used to love it, but I used to buy like old Game Boy games and stuff. I collected Nintendo stuff when I was a kid, so I had loads of anything I could find Nintendo I'd get pretty much. Pete's listening to the cat. Yeah, well, I can normally hear that as well. It sounds like they've gone pretty quiet at the minute.
Or as John would say, "Shut up, cat."
Shut up, cat. I kind of hate that you can't really clear these stone things out properly when the water's coming up and down.
Yeah, the tide, it makes it really... Well, and the whole your weapon getting unequipped every single time.
Yeah, it's infuriating. I'm just going to get rid of this one floaty blob here and then...
Trying to level out a sloped pathway is I might skip this and just say it's good enough. No, I can get it.
What if they added a donkey? Yeah, I would like to see horses or donkeys, yeah. Not sure how they would work, but I just kind of like them to be around just to give a bit of life to the place, you know?
Right. Well, people were noting there was a thing on the Reddit saying, "Can we plant raspberries?"
Oh yeah,
I was able to plant raspberries and blueberries.
Yeah,
and got disconnected. And they were like, "Well, if you look in some of the villages that are pre-made, there's little plots that have those." So it kind of makes you think, maybe we'll get that.
Yeah, they could. If whoever lived there could do it, why can't we here?
Mm-hmm.
Oreo making the noise. Yeah, usually. Although Mika's just as noisy, to be fair. Oreo's got that sort of classic Siamese, whereas Mika's a little bit more melodic. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see updates from the game. I feel like everyone's chomping at the bit for new stuff, and they're like, "Well, we've sold 4 million copies, so where's this new stuff?" You know, and it's like, well, it's still just a team of 5, right? They most likely will expand, but that doesn't happen that quick, does it? Just because we've all bought it.
Yeah, exactly. Game's only been out for a month.
Yeah.
Not even.
What a great success story for them, though. I love hearing about small devs that just,
just absolutely
hit
knock
right.
it out of the park.
Yeah. Just it'll be life changing, and it's not like it's all happened by accident. They'll have spent years working on this,
Right.
So great to see.
It's just a fun game. Do you want to hit the hay here for the day?
Sure. I died.
Wait, what?
I just fell off my stone structure and I must not have had high health. You were like, do you want to have a little sleep? I will have an eternal sleep.
Forever? That's perfect.
Yeah, it came out, I think, a month today, actually. I think it came out 2nd of Feb. Literally got, do you want to sleep? Yeah, sure.
No, I don't want to exist anymore.
I'm super impressed so far. Yeah, me too. Can you see? Did you push me? Drew, did you push me?
I own this village now.
Hey, look at me.
I am the
Jarl. Jarl, isn't it? I think Viking boss Jarl.
They're making the most out of a little perfect case in the point potato or low res graphics, but they've done a fantastic job with them. It looks great. Yeah, I love the graphic style.
Oh, am I too heavy? Oh, I don't know.
Put your belt on.
What was that? I love the realize they're making the most out of the little perfect case in point potato or low res graphics. They've done a fantastic job with them, and they look great. Yeah, well, but it's not so much that they're just like low res. It's obviously a very specific chosen art style, right? Because there's just as much work going into these sort of low poly meshes as there would be to do something a bit more realistic. Just because they're low res doesn't mean they're easy to make, and also they fake low res a lot of the time. Like the particle systems all use square particles and stuff like that. So they're leaning into that low res graphic. It's not. It isn't just a time or money saving thing. It's how they've chosen for the game to look. And then obviously with all the shaders and everything else as well. I think it's a really great art style. There are texture packs started to come out, which I wouldn't hate having a look at, but yeah, I do quite enjoy the art style as it is.
I haven't looked at any of the modding stuff yet, to be honest.
No, I haven't, just because it's a little bit difficult. Because any mod that you put on at the moment would have to be on the server and on everybody who wants to play on that server's PC, right? So it's a little complicated.
Might be fun to do like a showcase of some stuff, though.
Yeah.
Single player server.
Yeah. Is that John T? Yes, it is.
You're John T?
I am.
Sure?
The one and only. Never met another one.
That is true. You do have a unique name there.
I know of a couple. There was a cricketer in the UK called John T. Rhodes. And I think there was who else is called? There's somebody else called John T. There's not many though. It's not a very common name though. Does Valheim support mods? I don't think they officially support them, but there's an X's page for it. There's quite a bit on there already.
Right. So you'll probably have to install it through all the back end ways.
Yeah. There's no sort of official support yet, and I don't know whether they're looking at that or not. But there's definitely all the sort of typical number crunch mods you'd expect are out. So you can change weight of items, encumbrance levels, that kind of thing. All the stuff you'd expect early doors. The stuff that's easier to change. It's much trickier to start working with like new models and stuff. But yeah. Baldur's Gate early 2000s. Yeah, I can see that. The early EverQuest, early WoW, I kind of get a bit of a vibe from as well. But it's great because it's an art style that makes you feel nostalgic for something that never existed. Like, you know, it's like just a general nostalgia. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, it reminds me of like PlayStation 1. This looks a million times better than PlayStation 1 did, you know? Like, yeah. I've also never met a John T. Usually shortened to John or John. I hate my full name being called Bradley. It makes my skin crawl. Bradley's not terrible. Who do I know Bradley? Can't get into my house. Yeah, it is normally shortened to John or John. So what it was is crazily when I started school. I think I've probably told this story before. There was 4 Jonathans in my class, which is crazy because even Jonathan isn't a particularly common name. So the teacher was like, "Well, you can't all be called Jonathan." And she said, "Well, you're Jonathan, you're John, you're Johnny, and you're John T." And it stuck.
So a teacher decided your name.
It stuck, and like everyone calls it me now, pretty much. When I hear my full name, oh god, yeah, especially with the middle name in there as well, Jonathan Richard Sparrow. Oh, you know, your art is going to be red. Yeah, full name means you're in trouble. Yeah. 100%. Even still now. 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
My mother was to ring me up and she'd be like, Jonathan Richard Sparrow. Like, oh my god, what have I done? What have I done? Stump. Oh, these are all stumps. Oh, there's raspberry seed there.
We have like a stump forest, basically.
I thought these were stones.
Oh, the stumps, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
People shorting my name to things like Hal or H. Well, that's interesting, Harry. I wouldn't really sure. I do know an H that, and I know a Harry that we call H, but he introduces himself that way, like, and so he's happy about it, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't. Harry's not one of those ones that I would automatically shorten, you know.
Mm-mm.
Like I'd call David's Dave, you know. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't think if somebody said Harry, you know, I wouldn't think to shorten it.
Yeah, the short end of it. Hair? Yeah, hair doesn't sound.
Hair? We actually know. We actually know a guy, and I say we, like in our friend group back in the UK. There's we have an Indian guy called Ari, which is A-R-I. His name is. And I remember vividly when he first introduced us. When he first introduced himself, my buddy Aaron was like, Harry. And he's like, no, Ari. He's like, yeah, Harry. He's like, no, Ari, A-R-I. Because he's from London, so like somebody from London would say Ari. All right, Ari. You know, they wouldn't pronounce the H anyway. And then from then on, we called him H forever, just to wind him up. Yeah. So whenever we see Ari now, we still say, all right, H. Isn't Harry a sort of nickname for Henry as well? That's a really old-fashioned thing, I think. I think most people called Harry are just called Harry.
Yeah, I haven't heard it. Henry Harry. Not really a way to shorten Sarah. Sar.
Sarah, yeah,
That's
not really why I should have said. Like my best mate's wife is called Sarah, and we call her Sarah.
I don't know why I just feel like I have to go like Semi Valley Girl when I say it like that. Hi,
Sarah. Oh my god, Sarah.
Yeah, hi, Sarah. Sarah and like someone said earlier, Trish. Like those are just very like Trish. 90s names to me. Like,
yeah. Beth. Yeah, everyone all girls our age are called Sarah, Beth, and
yep.
Jessica. Loads of Jessicas.
It makes you think like what movie or like what event happened?
What was it they saw? Yeah.
Who was named Sarah? Like Sarah Jessica Parker?
Maybe.
Or Sarah, yeah. Like me, Andrew. Like that. Andrew just came from my dad's middle name.
Yeah.
His name, John, came from his dad's middle name. So there's not really a. But there's you see on Reddit sometimes like the like people being baby names and stuff, and they try and correlate it with like movies that came out that had like the main character's name was Brad or Michelle or something like that. Then like the next 10 years had a big bump in Michelle's or something like that.
Yeah. Call your mate's age a lot nicer compared to what I call mine. Oh, I mean, we're horrific, the things we call each other, but I'm not going to repeat most of them across. So here's a story. Years ago, I used to do... I was a magician for years. I worked as a magician for about 10 years, and I used to do kids' parties, amongst other things. And this was back in the mini-disc days. I do remember mini-disc being a thing. It was kind of like it was after CDs, just before iPods really took off.
I think
They look like little floppy disks, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that you could burn music to. And we completely kitted ourselves out. We were like, mini disc is the future. So like we don't like there was a group of like 4 or 5 of us who all sort of worked together in this agency that put kids parties out, and we all had mini disc players. So you'd have all your music there, and I was playing. I think we were playing Pass the Parcel or something with the kids. And the little girl, I remember the little girl's name, whose birthday was called Frankie. And her mom said, listen, I said, I know it's not like it's a long shot, but is there any chance you have Frankie by Sister Sledge? The sort of Frankie, do you remember? Like a song from the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, obviously I don't have it on me. Like this is way before you could just YouTube stuff, right? I was like, I don't have it on me. Like, I'm not going to add random songs from the 80s on a kids party playlist, But at the time you could do like iTunes. Like the iTunes was on the iPhone, right? This was probably like iPhone 1 time or rather, whatever. So I was like, give me a minute. So I got on the Wi-Fi of this church hall that we were working in, and I managed to download Frankie by Sister Sledge. It was like back when you buy a song for 79 cents, right? 79 pence. And I was like, right, okay, here we go. So, and we played this song on my phone through the mini disc player while they played Pass the Parcel. And my best mate, Aaron, rang me whilst this Pass the Parcel was going, right? And I just completely didn't think about it and answered the phone. And blaring through the speakers in this children's hall, Aaron went, all right, you big pedo. I was like, oh, God. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. Because that's the sort of thing you do with your buddy, especially British guys. Like everyone just completely takes the rip out of all of them. And I was like, oh, guys, I went over after this. I'm so sorry. So close to 100k. I'm actually further from it today than I was yesterday. But thanks.
Sorry, just release a Planet Zoo DLC speculation video.
I know it's fake subscribers then, though, isn't it?
I know. Yeah. I know how you feel.
I was thinking. I know. Yeah. Okay. I don't know who you are. That was. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, we laughed about it afterwards, but jeez. Very rarely in my life have I been embarrassed. Very rarely in my life I've been embarrassed, but that was definitely one of those times. When my mom said after my birth, her name was Linda, Nurse asked if she was serious. Oh, really? No, Linda's like a regular. Like, unless you're like a guy, like Linda's a relatively normal name. Yeah. When I remember when we had Xander and Lady came round, I think she was coming around to do like hearing tests or something. Like they come around and do some hearing checks, and she was like, "Can I take some details?" And what's his name? I was like, "Oh, it's Xander." And as she went to write it down, she was like, "Is that Zandar? No, is that Zandar?" I was like, "No, that's Xandar." It's like the bad guy from Superman, isn't it? I was like, it's just Xander, like Alexander. It's like the weirdest way of trying to spell it.
Like a cult leader, Xandar.
Well, my best mate is 30, nearly 10 years old than me, so we always say he's grooming. Looks like he's funny then. Yeah, exactly. You do that, don't you, with your friends? Okay. Let's see. What to do here? I built 2 pillars up and now I'm a bit stuck as to where to go next.
I wish I could say I'm doing something really interesting over here, but I'm literally filling in a hole and I'm making like little plots leading up to where the Grand Hall will be.
Xandar is a planet in Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what she meant.
Oh, is it?
Apparently so, yeah.
In US, there's always dumb women who have your name. Now, Linda's a common name here in the US too. Yeah. It might not be represented,
It's maybe like a slightly older name. Like I would be surprised if I met a little girl now called Linda. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah.
Dang it! I might have to get off early.
This is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah.
I thought this was Sonic 2.
Yeah, it's that as well.
Oh, it's cool. All in one.
Yeah.
I got the in-laws coming over, I guess, to pop in and say hi.
Oh well, fun for you. I've got to finish up at 10:30 today. Actually, I forgot to mention that earlier on.
Okay,
a little early today as well.
We'll know when they're here when Murphy goes nuts. So just I apologize.
Like Nuts happy to see them, or Nuts get out of my house.
Yeah, he's always happy. He's a barky dog.
He's just loud dog.
Very vocal. He's only started this lately, where I think it's because he hasn't been able to go outside as much. But he gets so excited around new people now that he's starting to like pee.
Oh yeah, I'm the same.
So we have to whenever someone comes over. Did you just say you're the same?
Yeah.
I thought you said Indy's the same. That's what just passes over. Yeah, no, you're the same too. We gotta hold Jonty down or someone come over.
Pee my pants every time I meet someone new. New mod for Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
the Viking mod.
Super funny that. Really funny that is. I get misheard at Starbucks and often get Rod or Ron. Really, from Rob? That's weird. See, Rob would be the standard for me. Like, I imagine somebody called Rod would get called Rob a lot, but yeah, I feel like Rob is pretty standard. I know loads of Robs.
Rob you blind.
Yeah. Maybe, do you live in the States? Because maybe it's not. I don't feel like Rob is shortened much here. Like it's Robert, right? People would say Robert or Bob. Yeah. Bob is more common as shortened for Robert, whereas in the UK everyone's Rob. Although I know a Rob, but yeah, I feel like I would still expect people to be called Robert more. Raspberries. I'm gonna make myself a beret.
They're almost more in demand for me now than thistles.
Well, I'm rarely in the in the biome so much anymore, right?
Right. Yep. And that's kind of cool that, like, even though if you progress all the way to the plains or the Mistlands eventually, you still need to go back to the OG, like
just even just for a few, right? Because I think it's only like one of the meads I think uses a few raspberries, right? But
yeah, but it's cool because it's one of the like the best healing potions in the game requires raspberries. So
yeah. How can I download this mod? Alright, Diabolical. It wasn't funny first time, mate. You keep going, it's less funny. If you click R when running with a pickaxe, you put it on your back and use less stamina and run faster. Yeah. I always forget to do it. Whatever you're holding, you can put on your back, right? I just always forget to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until you mentioned it to me.
Yeah.
And X makes you sit. Figured that out. X
makes you sit by accident. just sat there in the middle of a bunch of graylings. If you click R, oh yeah, I just read that.
Hey, John, did you know if you click R?
Yeah, what happens?
It puts your item on your back.
No way.
What does C do? Nothing. What does Z do? Nothing. Okay.
Full of stone again? I am as well.
Oh, I'm crouching. That's why. Okay. I was like, why am I moving so slow? Do. Can you mine the runes?
I've never tried.
I'm gonna try real quick.
Which one?
You cannot. No damage comes out of them. You know, I might go to the mountain real quick to get a bunch of stone.
Oh yeah.
Because dealing with this tide is a bummer, to say the least.
Yeah. What does Xana do? Nice.
Piss. Piss. Tell you what, you may those stone towers looking pretty good though from a distance.
Oh, yeah, they look mighty. Like imposing. You have to build the wall up a little to them, I think. I don't know how high to go with them, or whether to do a cross. I think maybe just a couple of stone towers is probably enough, but with some wood detailing.
Yeah, I think you could probably go. Because let's see. I mean, this isn't going to stay like this, but yeah, you could probably go another 2 or 3, maybe even 4 higher. Like a whole nother story, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Because your house in the back is still. I mean, I know it's draw distance, but I just feel like they should be pretty like you just said, imposing. And,
yeah.
Welcome to the village, kind of thing. So,
right.
Yeah, I think you could definitely go up like at least another story or so. Oh, Diabolical left. It's sad.
They didn't. I know.
Them. You can always kind of tell.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I see what you're doing there, buddy.
Maybe back in a bit. Maybe a little with battle with kindergarten hedges. Oh well, good luck.
Ooh.
This is why the mod team would deserve it. Well, that was me actually. I get the medal this time. But my mod team are awesome. Hi Julia, how's it going? God's quite along. Hey Liz. Yeah, we're getting there. We're doing some fun stuff. Just kind of laying the base out at the moment. I haven't really got a awesome idea of where to go. Maybe I'll Google some like gatehouse. What are they? What would you call it?
I mean, yeah, keep maybe like a front keep.
Yeah, gatehouse seems to be the right thing. They're all very much just like towers that go up, honestly.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's a 3D print one there. That's pretty cool. We could do something like that, I feel. Hey, Ryan. Now, we won't quite get the roof right, but I like the wooden structure on top of the stone.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. You could even do that little, I don't know what you call it, the little overhang bit,
yeah.
too. Yeah, that looks really cool. I guess, so you'd incorporate the towers that you already have.
Basically, they're the towers that we've already got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just have the wood structure up on top there. Yeah, so you'd almost need like a...
I mean, it wouldn't. It's not going to look exactly like that, but I definitely think that's a way to go with it.
With like those stairs
very 2D, yeah.
That looks...
Maybe, yeah, the stairs up to it looks nice, right? Should we sleep?
We should sleep.
And not die.
Yeah, hey, don't sleep forever this time, okay?
14, and of course you get Minecraft, right? You should play some more Planet Coaster. Why should I? It's a 5-year-old game.
How many people are playing Planet Coaster nowadays?
Ryan is, which is why he wants me to.
There you go. No, you should play Evil Genius 2 and Prehistoric Kingdom and Valheim. Speaking of Evil Genius, I gotta watch your video that you put out yesterday on the first one.
Yeah, I can do one of those today. It always surprises me how slow and clunky it is, honestly, to start off with. Like, it's games have come on a lot. Like, once there's a lot to do, like, it doesn't matter so much. But to start off with, there's a lot of waiting around, which I cut out the video. You know, like that 30-minute Let's Play probably was about an hour and a half actual playing, because there's a lot of time where you just like having to sit.
Bit of a diesel engine kind of thing. Just gotta wait for it to get going.
I play Planet Coaster. That's because the console version. Oh right, yeah, console peasants are playing Planet Coaster. Yeah, I've ordered the collector's edition. Is that the one with the little Maximilian figure? I'm trying my best to get one of those from Rebellion for nothing. I'm waiting to hear. Oh, a nice miserable day today.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to the mountains. I'm gonna
I'm going to the mountains.
Man, yeah, Planet Coaster Council. More power to people who can create awesome things in Council Edition, because I can't imagine doing that with a controller.
Console peasants, yeah. I mean, I obviously don't actually mean it, but that's the meme, right? Console peasants, that's...
Right. I guess technically I never finished the mountain base.
Oh, really?
So we still kind of have some interior stuff to do. We don't have
the, yeah, some pantry.
The pantry, and then hanging some of the, I always forget their names, braziers.
Mm-hmm. No, brazier is a bra.
Isn't it? Yeah, that's a
brazier.
Thing, yeah. There it is. My brain took what was familiar and said that.
Console edition is actually pretty good. I play it with a keyboard and mouse. So fancy that. Like, if you take the time to get a keyboard and mouse, it's almost as good as the PC version.
Why don't you just get a PC then?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm joking, of course. Yeah. Why will that not work? Okay. Yeah, it was that build limit thing that really upset me about the console one. That whatever, they gave it some stupid name. I'm like,
yeah, to try and gussy up the fact that they announced that like the day before release. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. It's a funny name.
Just got the troll cape. Proud to wear it. Nice. The troll gear is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it makes you sneaky.
Yeah.
So if you team that up with like a knife knife and bow combo, you can sneak around and just like get deer and I've stuck up on a bunch of them like that in my the other server. The Oswald Eugene counter.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
Not that
Stupid.
thing. So does it have to do with like the campaign of like? Because didn't they introduce new campaign stuff for Council Edition?
Maybe. Trolls known for being sneaky? I don't believe so. Trolls are pretty bumbling, especially in this game.
Yeah. I think it's more so that their leather would make you like sneaky.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah. Why is troll leather sneaky? Yeah. It's their skin is silky smooth.
Like tight. Yeah.
tight, silky skin.
Like a twiga.
I just don't understand the why some stuff stays and some stuff doesn't. Like why some stone stays in place and then other stuff doesn't.
Oh yeah, because it's not like anything in the meadows is attacking with enough vigor to destroy.
Well, just like stone. I've got an archway here. Like this building is identically symmetrical, right?
Right.
Yet one side the archway keeps falling and the other side it doesn't.
Yeah, we were having that with the mountain build too, where random bits would just kind of fall apart. I feel like it's a server thing, or
yeah,
I don't know, that things just despawning. Oh, they just released Vintage and World's Fair
per console, yeah.
Per console.
Right side is further from the ground. Well, oh yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? It's like a bar further. Yeah, that must just be it. Like a row further.
Oh, okay. So maybe you gotta get another foundation stone to support that one.
Yeah. Height wise, it's exactly where I want it. How about we do, if we can do one lower then, like we could make that work. There's some iron wood beams. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. I was just seeing if there's a way of fixing it, because I don't think I've got any iron. I think I'm all out of iron.
I'm all out of iron. I'm so lost without you.
Ooh. Let's have a look. Iron. Yeah, nothing. I've got a bit of copper and one black metal scrap that we ended up
check my boxes. I might have some iron, if I remember.
I'd appreciate it.
And if not, then swamp run.
Only the most moisturized trolls can slip past you. Yeah, exactly. They gotta be oiled up.
Yeah, they lotion up beforehand. This is my troll moisturizer. 9 out of 10 troll doctors recommend.
Is this your bed at the top here? Have you not got the big bed yet?
No, I haven't really saved up for it yet. Well, since we unlocked it, we've been hanging out in the mountain base. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think I'm about done up here.
They made a lot of stuff out of wood. Oh yeah, I completely imagine it was mostly wood. Yeah, I just want something a little fancier with the stone. Yeah, I have thought about doing like a really traditional wooden guard tower that we have a workbench in, just sort of a few on the outskirts, just to kind of keep the mobs away a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think would work pretty well. I just walked into your place and then walked out of it then.
Yep.
I was totally stealing some of your iron. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take all of it. I'll get you some back later.
That's fine, yeah. I'm sure you've given me more than enough, more than that before.
No, I'm going to need the forge as well, aren't I? I'm going to need the forge to make those iron things. You did say it was really good. Thanks, Ryan. Maybe look at... Oh, yeah, I read that. Chat's quiet today.
Do.
Teamwork makes a dream work. Gotta share stuff. Yeah, right, exactly. I just feel bad to take it because, you know, Drew might have earmarked that for something already, you know?
Nope, right now I just... all the stone you can give me. That's all we need. And I'm not even building a stone structure, I'm just filling in land.
Oh, yeah, is that all you're using yours for?
Yeah, I'm just filling in that pit.
The pearl. Every time.
Yep.
We're filling into the pearl.
It's like the best part of season 1. It's face. That's why we're just finishing up Community right now, and we're looking for like some new shows to watch. And Michaela turned to me, she's like, "What? Let's just watch Parks and Rec again."
Let's see Parks and Rec again.
It's like just we always watch it. I was like, "Yeah, but you're right. We should just watch Parks and Rec again." Well, especially now that I never know if they're gonna move, you know, shows owned by NBC or whatever over to Peacock or...
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that their own one, is it? Yeah, Peacock.
Yeah, they just started doing that. And that's the same thing that happened with Disney's stuff, too. You know, they moved all their stuff over to Disney Plus.
Yeah, sure.
And all the... Yeah, so...
And it's basically just turned back into cable again, right?
It has.
Yeah.
Yep. If you want to watch that certain movie with Tom Hanks or whatever, you gotta get Apple TV. You want to watch this, you gotta get Hulu. Yeah, no, so it's $60 a month for, you know, everything you want to watch.
Oh, a Celtic-inspired totem pole. Yeah, that could be sweet. This is Parks and Rec. Any good? I like it.
Parks and Rec. Oh, yeah, I love Parks and Rec. It's one of my favorite comedies. You got to give it time, though. Like, especially the first season. It's a slow burn to find its footing. I feel like we've talked about this every single stream, but that's okay.
It's come up a lot recently, yeah.
Again, I think it's just because when John mentioned that he watched that elk dude, I think just a lot of people are getting that same video.
Maybe. I think also it's because every time somebody mentions the word pit, we start singing.
Yeah, that's
pearl. Hi, random streamer in my recommended nugs. Hello, I am random streamer number 369. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Please submit a survey afterwards about your time here.
About your random strover experience. Right, if this doesn't keep those bits of stone up now, I don't know what will. Annoyingly, I think I'm off. I think the ones on this side are one higher than the ones on this side. Yeah, they are.
Close.
It's gonna be really hard to fix.
So far away.
Right, so that's gonna go there. And these things work, right? These things really help, and they look badass. It's just an annoying amount of iron. They require... Oh wow, 369? You've gone up from yesterday. What's 369?
That was your streamer number that you just gave.
Oh, I was like, okay, there's not 369 people watching. That would be crazy numbers. I haven't had those numbers since way back in the Planet Zoo days. 2,100 is the most I've ever had watching. And that was, I think that was Planet Zoo launch, yeah. Or actually, no, I think beta. Actually, I think the beta was actually more successful for me because less people can play it, right? So they have to deal with watching us.
Yeah, basically, right. That's how I'm kind of hoping that the PK Alpha goes a bit. Well, because it's PK Alpha, then Beta, then full launch, and
right.
It's $85.
Is it really
to get into Alpha? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want to just play now for Alpha, and I see people kind of have that reaction, like, well, Planet Coaster did the same thing.
I think it was like $75
or $80.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Okay, right. Those iron slabs have worked, I think. 269, damn you fine.
Shaka shaka to me one more time.
How I Met Your Mother has been my go-to for a while. Actually, it's about time for a rewatch. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother? So I used to love How I Met Your Mother, and then my wife recently rewatched it, and I sat there and watched a few of the episodes. It didn't age well at all. I don't think it aged well at all. There's so many cringy, like, just 2008 humor jokes in there, and it's just like, ugh.
I think I've always felt that How I Met Your Mother has had some really good single episodes, but as a show overall was never really strong. I think that's
they
kind of how I put
screwed themselves over by filming the end of the show first, by having the end of the story be pre-written out. So
did they actually really know exactly what they were doing all the way through? Did they?
They knew exactly what was going to happen because it was all because of the kids that they filmed. They wanted them to be consistent and not like age or whatever. But the series.
But I thought they just filmed loads of scenes of the kids going, "Huh? What?" Like, did they not just
they did that, and then they filmed the entire last episode basically, or like their last thing when they were that age, so that the kids looked like they were the same throughout the whole series. Which was, and then, and it's kind of like the same thing with Parks and Rec, where the audience and the writers, start writing differently, or a character evolves into something totally separate. So the whole forcing, I guess, spoilers for How I Met Your Mother, forcing, what's his name, Ted and Robin together was just like totally.
It just didn't work in the end.
Yeah.
And is that how it ends? That they're together, is it? Because I remember the very first episode. He says, "And that's how I met your Aunt Robin." Right,
and that's like, I guess, a misdirection. But no, that's how it. Yeah, I guess if you don't really care that much, spoilers. It ends with Barney and Robin getting married, and then they get divorced in the next episode, and the mom dies from cancer. And then that's how they wrap up the story with the kids, basically. And then they're like, "Oh no, Dad, you love Aunt Robin. It's been obvious this whole time." And then he goes and gives her the blue trumpet.
Oh, I see. So it ends with them getting together. It's not because it's not at some point they go, don't you mean my stepmom, Aunt Robin? Right. It's like,
no, they're just like, "No, you actually like Aunt Robin."
Right. That makes sense.
And it just felt cheap because all the way up till then it was like we got really involved with Barney and Robin being together. And it was so random for them to be like, and then they hated each other and then they got divorced because they both worked so much. That's
I see.
Okay.
Oh, I see, said the blind man.
It was almost as bad as Lost at the end. I never watched Lost. My wife swears by it and will watch it all the time, but I've never taken the time to watch Lost. Actually, last little bit about How I Met Your Mother. It was actually so bad that I think it was the main story writers went back and re-edited the ending to be what the audience wanted it to be, basically.
Oh, yeah. Todd, I just noticed a short film I was in won Best Ensemble at the Kapow Intergalactic Film Festival. That's awesome.
What? Oh wow! Congrats!
Award-winning actor here in our presence, folks.
Actor. Speaking of movies and acting. We watched Tropic Thunder last night because Michaela had never seen it before.
Oh yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that another one that doesn't hold up, or is it okay?
So I don't think everyone will appreciate it because there's Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface essentially during the entire thing.
I still remember when it came out. I was like, "That this is so weird."
I know, but I don't know. I know I don't know how to word it properly, probably, but it's funny to me. It still works. Not all. I just
no gates with rounded tops. No, just that one single gate right now, actually. So yeah, you can kind of make it work. It would make sense to have one that matches that archway. I feel, yeah. I need to go and get some wood.
Yeah, I'm a dude playing a dude pretending to be another dude. It's kind of funny how comedies are always the ones that are looked back on like, ooh, did this hold up really, or is this kind of cringy now?
Yeah.
It's usually comedies that
I think, I think humor shifts more than other things, right?
Absolutely. Hey, when you get a second, come up top here and let me know what you're thinking of this kind of. I'm just kind of laying out plots right now. Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah, I was coming up anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Are you getting much stone?
No.
No.
Out of all this, I probably got 4 stone.
Oh wow.
And then I figured this plot right here this can be where the Great Hall will go. This is the tallest point.
Okay. Do you want to go to sleep real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'll sleep and then I'm gonna log off because I think that they're about to be here. And if we don't have Murphy scream into the microphone, that'd be the best. Your audience doesn't need to hear that.
No. They'd enjoy it, I'm sure. They're all...
Yeah. Hey, creep.
Hey.
I just come over and your creepy head is just staring at me.
I was just jumping through the window. How are my turnips treating me? Pretty good. I've replanted all of them to get some seeds. Yeah, wasn't he supposed to be playing a black actor, playing a white guy, playing a black guy?
It was an Australian actor who was white.
Yeah.
Portraying a real-life person from Vietnam, the Vietnam War, and he got a skin pigmentation surgery to make him that person's color.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing, what Bolt said, it was just like a commentary on inequality in casting.
I'm a huge The Office American version fan, but even Steve Carell said the show wouldn't be allowed in this day of age. What do you mean by wouldn't be allowed? I think The Office is relatively pedestrian.
Probably the second season. I would think when they did like diversity training and like when they had the car.
I still feel like that sort of thing can be. Everything should be allowed to be joked about. I feel.
I kind of agree. Yeah, if you can't talk about it in that kind of way, then suppressing issues like that never works out well.
Yeah. So. Smell of sulfur. What's that? Is that?
Oh, let me help you real quick then. Oh, that's the Surdlings.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It makes the area look really cool.
Oh yeah, look at this. Come on then. Oh, there's one right up on the hill over there, look.
Oh yeah, yep.
Another one right on the hill over there. Across the bridge! Let's
I will
go.
meet them! Actually, I'm going to eat real quick.
Right, I've got 7 food, yeah. I've got 7 health.
I see 3.
Oh, there's one back in the in your base now. Smacking you.
Things don't light on fire. Except for us.
I kind of like these. The fact that they like run makes them look creepy. Yeah. Come here.
Come then. They're weak though. They're like one hit and they're gone.
Yeah, just that you burn.
I'm trying to see if the silver shields can block fire. Dang it.
Jokes would have been controversial. No, I don't think even now The Office is anywhere near controversial enough to not be on air at all. Like, no. If you watch shows that have recently dealt with similar issues, like there's still lots of shows that deal with race issues. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Chappelle's Show?
Yeah, I've seen some, yeah, but there's a good example, right?
So I'm wondering if, like, now you want to talk about a show that like pushed things, like that show did that purposefully, like pushed
I don't think Certain Guys Are in the Swamp. You asked me to name 100 controversial sitcoms, I wouldn't put The Office in them. Like, I've never considered The Office to be controversial in any shape or form. I feel it to be a really quite run-of-the-mill comedy, actually.
And I think it's a difference of, again, like just American audiences in general. Like, here they are over by Stan's place. Just Americans in general are still fairly conservative when it comes to like families and stuff like that. They're so conservative. So the things that like you me
just disappear when it's finished. That's weird. Yeah.
And I think like younger generations and probably just people from the UK in general find offensive. Like other people are just like,
But there you go. There's a good example. Come Fly With Me. Oh, to be fair, a lot of what David Mitchell and Matt Lucas did together would be considered a little near the knuckle, and was then. But even still, like, I think it's bad. I didn't particularly like it. I didn't particularly enjoy Little Britain or anything like that, just because it wasn't really my kind of humor. I don't like laughter tracks, but yeah, that's the sort of thing that has actually been removed from places like Netflix and stuff. Like, yeah.
I hate to leave it
because
it's a good one, but I do have to get going.
You go for it, buddy. I'm going to try and pick up my turnip seeds. Like I say, I'm heading off. Oh God, it's 10:30. I've got to head off as well. Sorry, I've got somewhere to be today. Yeah. Cheers, Drew. I'll see you later. Are you streaming today?
Yeah, 2 p.m.
Okay, hopefully I'll be able to join you. Like I say, I've got a nip out today, so I don't know whether I'll be around, but hopefully I want to.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye. When I would add to this discussion, I would show how old I really am. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously there's things like Love Thy Neighbour and those kind of shows that and then pretty much anything from that era really has got very sort of insensitive views on race. But yeah, favorite game of all time, Ocarina of Time, Zelda Ocarina of Time, easily. Right, I'm going to have to finish up there as well. I'm going to replant my turnips real quick because I want them growing. But otherwise, then I'm going to have to... But it's a bit of a short one today because I've got somewhere to be. I've got an appointment to go to. So we'll go and quickly set these. But I said I'd finish at 10:30 knowing that I have to actually finish about 10:45. So. Now we can plant some turnips. These make really good food. I'm really glad I finally got hold of them. There we go. There we go. Right, cool. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. Sorry, it's a bit of a short one today, folks. I'll try and jump on to Drew's stream later if I'm back. He's streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern over on his channel. We'll be carrying on with this build here. Love you all to bits. I will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Until then, be good.